kinds of, if you've got a really negative spirit, there were babies levitated and really kind of spun around. I mean, it sounds like poltergeist, but yeah, I've seen the extreme, and I don't want to really get into that, but those are people who've got this, but they don't know what they're doing, and they dabble in the negative themselves, and that is stupid. And this one had 3 children.
Now, so is it okay to get a container that close the top off?
I would leave, no, don't.
It needs to be open?
Yeah, it needs to be open because it's energy, remember it's energy.
Okay.
I know it sounds a bit bizarre, but anyway, all right?
Okay.
All right, now.
Is garage considered part of the corner?
Yeah, I know a lot of people, I put one in the garage because it is kind of, if you've got a living space and it's not just a car, and it's used as a living space, put 2 more in there. All right? Because like, that's what I do.
If it's not used as a living space?
Yeah, if it isn't, it's just a garage, it's okay. But if you find activity or you don't feel good there, put it in there. But don't extend it. I would just put another 2 in extra.
Can you, if you have some positive energy in the house,
It won't get rid of it.
they'll stay.
They'll stay. And then remember, you've got guides. Remember we talked, you've got your own spirit guides, by the way. And for that, if you want to know the difference between spirit guides and higher spiritual guides who are really on your mission to guide you, who are, you know, you've all got 2 different guides who have been, that I talk to also to communicate personal stuff, and that's people who, they choose you, you don't choose them. Okay? And they are around you all the time. And the other guides are the high spirit guides who never manifested on Earth. But there's a YouTube on that. And I'm redoing my website at last. Don't say anything. That I'm going to upload all the YouTubes and correctly put everything in. All right? So basically, you will not get rid of any kind of good people. It's the negative ones that are going to find this very offensive, and they'll try and fight it. So if you find things moved, which I've got a lot of crystals like these. They're happily moving all the crystals, but that's not a bad spirit. It's just a funny one that loves moving candles. It's just funny. A few weeks later, it'll be moved, and so you see it. I wanted it on time lapse, but just too much time.
Can you put 5 in there? Because I don't have a corner in my house.
Yeah, you've got it's kind of a curvature, right?
No, it's just, if it continued out, it would be the patio's there, but that's outside.
But the patio is a living space, in a way, isn't it?
No, not really.
If you feel it is a living space, put it out, okay?
I just kind of put one in each corner, so
Yeah.
I have inside the house.
Yeah, inside you should be okay. But don't be surprised if the negative people being, i.e. logics, extreme logics, kind of get for the next 2 or 3 weeks, really verbal. And, okay, let's go and do something quickly on that one. All right.
Just ask real quick,
Sure.
can you also put them on the outside? Will it help before they come into your house?
No, really, I mean, make a square. You have it on the
I'd like to
outside
sprinkle
corner.
some water on it before you come in the door. And she has it next to the top, you know, a spritzer on it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're being blessed. No, no. You'll find that people will stay firmly. You know what? I always say this regarding one class I teach, and I say you can choose your friends, but you can't choose your relatives. And there are some relatives that you will not find back in your house again because they're negative, or friends. Yes,
So this
I
will
know.
help with
So, yeah, and you know why. Sorry.
This will help with negative people.
Yeah, it will, because they'll not want to be around you.
Spirits.
Yeah, because then it's not only spirits. And remember, you're cleansing your whole living environment. Okay, and if you want to go really extreme on your car, but quite frankly, that's an exercise on psychic protection. No, actually, the psychic protection class is a huge class that helps you in every area of your career as well. I don't know if you remember it, but it literally is. It does all kinds of things, and I will try and teach it more locally. But I'm teaching it in Pasadena in January, but I'll try and find a place more in San Diego, because half of this class is really from San Diego. They came all the way, and one's from where Luz, you came from, the valley. So they're all over the place. Yeah, so basically I'll try and design classes that are nearer. But psychic protection is one of the key. Mirror, which is coming up in December. It's the most powerful class in our 70 I teach. And then psychic protection are all the core classes. So anyway, basically, let's move on here. And so you're okay on that one, or as much as you can be. So,
So you were saying it makes logics verbal. Does that mean verbal like in a more negative way?
yeah. Good luck. Yeah, I know, and I'm sorry, but you know, okay, I'm not
She
sorry.
means frustrating, just skip it.
Yeah, frustrating and just cantankerous and more argumentative, but these are people who are not exposed to this kind of thing. Okay, these are people who refuse to see that there is more than, you know. In other words, if, as I said, I know I was joking, but quite frankly, if Einstein doesn't say, you know, it's real, and you know, if a scientist or the news hasn't said it, that means they won't believe it. All right, and I won't be shocked, but I'll be surprised if the book goes crazy and people go and buy it. But again, it'll be because they were drawn to the book, not anything else. But there will be a huge sector, which is one from the religious sector, I know, and one from main sources from logics who are technicians or doctors, no offense, but you know, all the other people who just boo-hoo this because they don't want to think beyond that. All right. So in other words, if they haven't got if I'm not accredited class, if I say credited, yeah, then they'll believe me, and I'm not going to do that. It's ridiculous.